Hello everyone, Ollie here from ℕ𝕣𝕗 Cinema, and at the moment I'm here by myself. Obviously in the title and the thumbnail it says ℘𝕣𝕗 is here, but he ain't here yet because he's running a little bit late. He's still on the bus on the way here, but in the meantime I thought while I save time I will share my before thoughts on the film we're going to be watching today, which is Project Hail Mary. Of course, this, for people that don't know, is a film based on the novel by Andy Weir by the same name, Project Hail Mary. And yeah, I feel like I'm going to have a little bit more to say on this film than ℘𝕣𝕗 might do. I might be wrong, but the reason why I say that is because, unlike ℘𝕘𝕗, I have read the book. I have dedicated some time myself, about 6 days, to read the novel because, believe it or not, I am not an avid book reader. But I, for the first time ever, have read a book before watching the adaptation of the film or TV series or show. So this is kind of exciting because I haven't actually done this yet before, you know, reading the book and then watching the film or show. But yeah, I'm very curious on what ℘𝕘𝕗's going to think. I mean, it all comes down to how the film will be executed, because some adaptations of books don't have everything in it because there's only so much you can put in there. But yeah, I'm excited. I am actually excited because I do really like the book, like many people that have read the book. But yeah, I've limited myself, or tried limiting myself to the advertisement that they've shown, but from what I have seen, the very little, it looks very good. It does look like a very faithful adaptation, but until we see the film, or until I see the film, I will judge that, of course, by what it is. But from what I've heard, I try and not see many reviews online because, you know, it's very good or bad reviews, and I also, you know, want to savour my own opinion for what it is, if that makes sense. You know, I don't really want to see other people's opinions. I'd rather go in my own thoughts. So, but yeah, from what I've heard, nothing really but positive things, which is obviously a good sign. Apparently supposed to be one of the best sci-fi films of the last decade, which nowadays you kind of have to take it with a grain of salt, but at least from what I'm hearing from people who have read the novel, they really like it, which is, again, for me as someone who has read the book, is a good sign. So obviously in this film is going to be starring Ryan Gosling, who is, you know, he's great, Ryan Gosling. I mean, I've only seen a couple of his films, aside from The Fall Guy, which we've watched on the channel before. Go check it out, it's out there somewhere. Me, Dusty and ℘𝕘𝕗 went to go watch it in May of 2024. I've also seen Drive, which is also a very good film. La La Land, yeah, that's also a kind of a fan favourite of Ryan Gosling, and with Emma Stone. But yeah, oh guys, sorry, I had to move at the other end of the car park because, of course, out of all places that we go to record these videos, it's a fucking car park where loads of people. But again, from the little footage that I've seen of this film, that being one trailer, he looks like a great Ryan Grace, who is obviously the main character of the book. But yeah, I'm very interested to see what will be different from this film to the novel, what they change, what's going to stay in from the novel, and what's going to be taken out for film purposes of the runtime and I guess the convenience, of trying to maintain the runtime. But yeah, I don't really have much else to really say, to be honest. I really want to see what ℘𝕘𝕗's thoughts are before and after. But speaking of ℘𝕘𝕗, I do need to check my phone to see if he's actually here, because I haven't actually seen any of his messages since I messaged him saying, oh, can you let me know when you're here, because we're meeting at the cinema to book our tickets, because we haven't booked them yet, so hopefully there'll be good seats when he gets here. So yeah, and I can't be too long because of that. So yeah, I'm excited. Again, as someone who's read the book or the novel, yeah, looks like a good cast. The German actress who's playing Strat she looks great. I need to see Anatomy of a Fool, which is a film that she stars in, which is supposed to be amazing, but I still haven't watched it yet. But she looks good as Strat. But until I see the film for myself fully, again, need to judge it on that. So, but yeah, I'm excited. That's about it. I guess I'll see you in a minute when ℘𝕣𝕚 gets here. So yeah.
Hello everyone, I finally made it. As usual, I had to walk into ℘𝕚𝕚 again to catch the 2 bus, because obviously the first bus no longer exists in Cornwall. Bit of a shame, but that's life. Now, Project Hail Mary. I never knew that this film was originally a book at all. I had no knowledge of that. I thought it was just going to be another Save the World Ryan Gosling movie. And the only Ryan Gosling movie I think I saw was Fall Guy, which was quite a while back.
Yeah, almost 2 years ago.
I know, holy shit. Now, I don't have a lot of expectations for this film, obviously, because, I mean, I know it's going to be fun, because it's a Ryan Gosling movie, and Ryan Gosling is fun to watch. So I don't really have a lot to say, so forgive me for my very brief introduction to myself.
Have you seen any advertisement?
Yeah, I only saw the trailers.
What do you know?
From what I've indicated from the trailers, I'm going to call him Ryan Gosling, because I don't know who the scientist character is called. So Ryan Gosling goes on a space adventure in his satellite to go save the world. And then he meets up with this companion called Rocky. You could have called him anything else. I mean, I get why they call him Rocky, but come on. Anyone, a 5-year-old could come up with that. So those two join forces to save both their worlds, because Rocky's world is in the same parallel to Ryan Gosling's own world. And that is pretty much the extent of what I know about this movie.
Right.
So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm feeling ignorant. But I'm just glad that I don't have a lot of expectations when going into this film, which in itself is a good thing. So, I'm hoping to watch this film as a movie, and I'm hoping Ollie here is gonna give us some pointers between differences between the movie and the book.
I'm only gonna remember like key highlighted points, not every individual bit.
Yeah, no.
I only read it once.
Yeah, because we're gonna be, otherwise we'd be here for hours. Just. I'm not that excited for this movie, but I'm interested in watching it, because obviously I just want to watch a film where I want to be engaged in a story. Because I watched The Bride. I'm editing that video, by the way. That's in the editing process. It will come to the channel. That's if I get it done. Because I made that same promise with Kung Fu Panda 4 and The 𝕉𝕚𝕚 2. I'm just hoping I could get this one up soon. But that's not important. What's important is that I'm here to watch a movie with my bud. And yeah, I hope I enjoy this as a movie and not an adaptation. Wish me luck.
Roll the preview.
This is Dr. Captain Ryland Grace reporting from the Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary is an awe-inspiring masterpiece.
Object approaching.
An unforgettable cinematic experience.
I met an alien. His son is dying too.
Prepare to feel all the emotions.
I don't have a bravery gene.
You just need to find someone to be brave for.
A family-friendly, crowd-pleasing blockbuster in cinema that hugs you back.
Would you just get in here?
How do you know when the hug is done?
You just feel it.
Project Hail Mary.
Okay, right. Obviously we're out now after watching the film, and I honestly don't really know what to think. I think my thoughts are going to be all over the place. I'm not going to go positives, mixed negatives. Nerty might, you might not, I don't know, it depends. But for me, I mean, what I will say, I do feel like the film went fast quite quick. Like, I think the opening, it opens the way it does in the book, it closes the way it does in the book, but everything in between is very, the mishmash of different things from the book and things that they did change. I'm not going to go into full details. Nerty said earlier, I'll be here for hours. But I do think, which comes not really any surprise, I do prefer the book over this film. I think part of Ryan Gosling's performance, there are parts of him that do resemble Ryland Grace from the novel. However, him and also the film's tone itself, I feel like it went overly comedic. The book has comical elements for sure, but it's all about the timing and the timing of the jokes that suits the right moments in the film. I can't really think of the right words right now, but it just at times felt too much for me, the comical elements. There are certain like jokes that that were in the book that did make it into the film, which is good, like fist my bump. Now Rocky in the book, a little bit of a spoiler, but it's not a major thing, but in the book when Rocky first fist bumps him, when he learns what fist bump is, he says it wrong. He says fist me. And I wasn't joking. I said it to Nerty while we're in there. He said, he says that in the book, but before that he says fist me. And then he says fist my bump, and he's like, no, that's still not how he say it. But I guess they didn't want to say fist me for that reason, because I guess it's more for kids in this film. But fist my bump, I was like, yeah, that's kind of funny. And there's actually some things in this film that weren't in the book, which is like, there was a Beatles song, because the Beatles, I don't know if they actually really expand on it, but in the book, we see the creator of the Beatles, not the band, the ships, the things that Ryland uses to transport back to Earth. Like, he's not in it. The creator of those ships, he's not in it. He's a very bombastic guy. He says he's a mega fan of the Beatles, and he called them, obviously, can't remember the names of the Beatles now, but the names of the Beatles. And then there's also a song that plays when they're released. No, that's quite cool. So yeah, there's some cool details that was made into this film that wasn't in the novels because of that. I don't know, I feel like it went by too fast. It's weird, because obviously it's a 2.5 hour film. It went by quite quickly, for a lot quicker than I thought, which I guess for some people that's good, because 2.5 hours is 2.5 hours. But because the book is quite expansive, and it goes into a lot of details, and there's just so much more with it. You get more Rocky and more Ryland together, and in this just felt very quick. But I know it's a film, and I would have seen a 3-hour film, to be fair, of this. Like, I wish we'd got more of Rocky and Ryland together and bonding that relationship, because I feel like everything went by too quick, from their meeting to when spoilers, I guess, is when the whole ship kind of comes apart a bit. There's a hole in the ship, and obviously Rocky sacrifices himself for Ryland, and then I don't know, it just went by fast quite quick. But I know it's a film, but that's just my experience on it, really. Yeah, I thought some of the score, some of the music I quite liked as well. Like the first time Ryland and Rocky met, like there's kind of the somber music, which I thought was quite cool. The visuals are really good. I thought apparently I heard that, I don't know if this is really true, but apparently the filmmakers said that there was no green screen involved with this, and I'm like, how the hell did they get that away with that? Like, I don't know if it was all studio and all like kind of backgrounds and stuff they used, but if it is indeed no green screen, then that's quite impressive, and I don't know how they got away with it, but if they did, then they did a good job. I mean, visuals are great, cinematography is good. Some of the performance is okay. I think the main lady, Strat, who's the main woman, the one that wants him to...
I can't remember her name.
Her name's Strat, that's her last name, I forgot her first name. But she's more discerning in the book, she's more dominating, and she's more assertive to Ryland. Like, she doesn't really have many feelings in the book. Like, she's more, again, she wouldn't have gone up to do that karaoke thing. What's more important to her is the important things, and she doesn't like doing all this fun stuff. Like, there's a moment in the book where there is this room before they go off onto the mission where they have fun and stuff, which is in the film. But I don't imagine her doing the karaoke stuff and doing that things. And I know for some people that they might like that they made her a little slightly more likable. But at the end, obviously, when we find out near the end, when obviously, they kind of force him to. But it's just even that scene where when Ryan declines the offer of actually going. But I don't know. Not everything played out well for me personally. But again, I do like the visuals. I do like some of the dynamic between Rocky and Ryland. Like, even though I wish there was more with them together, what we do get is mostly good. There's some very weird scenes, like beginning with their two ships and coming together, and it's just very weird. It just didn't mesh with me very well. It just felt very, again, overly comedic. Just, I don't know, just didn't sit well with me personally. But, like, listen, apparently this film, I said this at the beginning, obviously this is before ℘𝕣𝕗 got here, this is my before thoughts. Obviously this is, like, people are saying this is one of the best sci-fi films of the decade, and I'm like, I don't know if I'd say that. Like, it was fine. Like, it was, I hate saying this because a lot of people loved it, especially people who liked the book, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm missing, because some of it didn't really work that well for me. So I don't really want to go on too much longer with my thoughts, because I'm very eager to hear what ℘𝕣𝕗 has to think as someone who hasn't read the book. But like, it wasn't like offensively bad, but it just, I don't know, like, I just wish there was more to it. I know, 2.5 hour film, but when you read the book and there's so much more to it, I think that was kind of a thing that I was coming into. I should have kind of been more aware of, is obviously because it's a book and there's more in the book. The expectation of that, like, when you watch the film, you watch it as a film, and then you go read the book, and it's like, oh, there's so much more to it, and that's great. But when you read the book and then watch the film, it's like, most of the time you're like, oh, yeah, it's whatever. So I don't know, maybe my tactic before was better, just watch the film first and then read the book. But I was like, well, you know what, a lot of people going into the film hadn't read the book. Just before they did watch the film, they did read the book. So I thought, well, I'll be one of those people that finally actually does that. And I felt accomplished after reading the book. But like, oh, great, I've read the book, and then I watched the trailer of the film, and I was like, oh, right, there's so many great things. And then I watched the film itself, and I'm like, like, it's not bad necessarily, but it's just like, I just wish there was more. Like, again, I don't want to press on too much longer, but I think I'm going to be one of those few people that were like, meh, about it. Like, again, it had its moments, like Ryland and Rocky, they had their moments where it was great. Again, music was good, cinematography, all that kind of stuff. I might need to sit on this more longer, like, maybe when I rewatch this film later on in the year, when I kind of do my proper ranking of all the films I watched this year, maybe my thoughts might change. Maybe I'll grow more towards it. Maybe I'll like it even more. Maybe I'll soften towards it more. But right now, I'm just a bit kind of indifferent, really. Like, yeah, there's some things that they did justice in the book from the film, but also there's things that I wish there were in the film, which again I won't get into now. But yeah, I mean, am I glad I came? Of course I do, because obviously, getting to see ℘𝕣𝕚 is great, and watching it and sitting there together and laughing at the stuff that was funny, whether it was things we were laughing with it or laughing at it. But yeah, yes, I'm glad I came, but I can't lie and say that I'm 100% happy with it, or I have to express something that I don't like. But yeah, that's really about it, really. Yeah, I know I'm probably again going to be one of those few people that come out being like, that was okay, like the hype kind of built it up, and it was a bit like, kind of soured it a little bit. But again, it wasn't bad, it wasn't amazing. What would I give it out of 10? I'll give it a 6 or 7.
Don't you fucking say that, mate.
I'm not saying that, mate.
Don't you
I'm
fucking
not.
dare.
I do not
strangle you
say
right
it.
here.
I don't know. And I don't like doing 0.5, so I don't want like saying 6.5 or whatever. But oh god, I don't know what to give it. I'll say 6 for now. I might change it in the edit to 7 when I edit this later on, but for now I'm going to give it a safe 6. So that's a 3-star. But yeah, that's my feelings. So yeah, pass on to ℘𝕣𝕚.
Okay, this film did surprise me. It achieved something that I personally myself consider it to be. Being good. Now, I've not read the book. Ollie obviously has, so he probably would make much more deeper analysis comparisons. But then again, like I said, we'd be here forever if we started doing that. The video would be like, I don't know, 2 hours long, maybe. Alright, on with the positives. I loved the soundtrack. It gave me so many Hans Zimmer vibes. I might see if Hans Zimmer actually did do the score. I might find that out. Alright, because it did give me a lot of Hans Zimmer vibes, and I myself do love myself some Hans Zimmer. I liked the cinematography. I thought it was really creative in what it did. It didn't have to overcomplicate its shots, especially in the space shots, because like when you're doing space films with cinematography, you have to be very considerate about how you shoot your films. And I think the film's strongest feat is the relationship between Grace and Rocky. I loved their relationship in the film. Now, obviously, I did not read the book. Again, I'll say that. So, personally, I thought like how long their relationship lasted, I didn't mind it, to be honest. I felt satisfied with the length of their relationship. I thought it was really funny. I thought they were really sweet, to be honest. Like giving us like that bromance we need in movies. I thought like I really did care about their relationship, because like half the films like I watch these days, I just don't give a shit about other people's relationships, and that was kind of a problem for me, like up until this film. Because I do give a shit. I do. This film got me to care about them. I almost felt like I was gonna cry at 2 points in the film. I was on the verge of those tears. God damn it, movie. The part where Rocky was like gonna sacrifice himself to save Grace, and I think another point was like when the two like hugged for the first time. I thought that was really sweet, to be honest. Onto my mixed. The pacing of the movie. I thought some parts of the movie felt really slow, and some parts I thought was like really too quick. Examples being like the first act of the film. I I don't know. I felt like that film, that act of the first act, felt a bit slow, to be honest, for me. And then the second act felt really fast. And then the third act felt really slow again. It's like...
Make your mind up.
Yeah, please. Just please, goddammit, movie, make your mind up. And then another part is the ending. I just felt like the movie just couldn't make up its mind on how it wants to end. Like, on one part, it wants to end itself on a open-ended narrative with Grace going back to rescue Rocky and then the two reuniting. I thought the film was going to cut off from there and make us question what happens next. And then there's another part in the film where we get to see... What was her name again? Strat. I thought we were going to...
The woman.
Yeah, the woman. I thought we were going to... Again, I thought we were going to end the film with Strat on her boat, like, watching all of Grace's clips again. And then the movie drags itself again to seeing Grace on Rocky's planet. And then, like, the film ends with him about to teach some of Rocky's younger kin. I felt like the ending was just trying to drag itself on, which is kind of a problem for me. Because because, like, when you have everything wrapped up, all the character arcs, all the themes, you need to end the movie. Don't drag it on, because you're just going to get everyone confused. Just do something like, I don't know, The Matrix did. Like when Neo was in the telephone pole, or whatever the fuck they call it, where, like, he's talking to the machines through the phone, and then the film ends there once he goes up into the air, because he's achieved his character arc. The film achieved its themes. It's wrapped its story up. This film's ending just feels like it's trying to drag itself on for the sake of dragging itself on. And now my next mixed is the tone of the film. Because it felt like it kept whiplashing itself from serious to comedic, serious to comedic, serious to comedic. Like, there's one section, like, don't get me wrong, the movie is funny. Most of the time. Some jokes are just not funny. Like, it's just I don't understand what is the movie trying to be exactly? Is it trying to be serious, or is it trying to be comedic? Because I feel like it's trying to be both, and that is kind of an issue, to be honest. Because, like, yeah, you can have comedic moments in a film, but you can't make it like conflict with the serious tone. Shit, what was my negatives? Ugh. Shit, I'm trying to go through my brain now. God damn it. I don't know. I'll probably text it to you on Instagram when it gets back to me. You probably edit in, can you?
I forgot to add that I didn't like the switching of the aspect ratios. That was what the negative was for me. I just forgot to add that in. Personally, it just went over my head. Like, I understand that it's set in different timelines because the film's obviously has a non-linear narrative. But, like, I just like it when a film is committed to just one aspect ratio, you know?
I like the film, but then again, I felt like it was far too slow for me, to the point of boredom. So I think I'm going to give this film a 7 out of 10. It's a good movie. It's just it does have its flaws. And
That you can't remember.
yeah. Like I mentioned, the mixed. That's like its semi-flaws.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's all I have to say, really. Other than that, yeah, on to you.
So yeah, that is it. It's very interesting hearing your thoughts on the pacing and saying that the first act was very slow and the second one was fast and then the third was slow again. I thought the first act was actually quite fast, again, because I've read the book and there's more to it. You know, when he's in the lab and he's trying to test the thing, and like, that's a lot longer in the book, whereas that would quite quickly. But maybe that was good for the film's purpose, I don't know. But, you know, again, I have very little experience of reading a book first, then watching the film, so, again, that's probably quite new for me, so maybe it's a benefit for the film, but for me, it just felt quite quick for the book's sake. But yeah, again, I'm glad I'm coming along to see you again.
Yeah, I'm glad to watch another movie with you again, man. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Anaconda,
yeah. December. It's already March, almost April, so yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know what the next video will be. I mean, the next big one that I know, I know I'll be watching with Dusty at least, is Mortal Kombat 2. I don't know what will be the next big one for us. I can't think of it right now. I have to look on the cinema page and see the coming soon page and see what's coming up. But yeah, hopefully we'll get together soon, all three of us again. But so yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Maybe let us know in the comments below if you've watched Project Hail Mary, and let us know what you thought. Did you, like many other people, watched it, think it's amazing, one of the best sci-fi films of the last decade or whatever? Then let us know. If you are maybe on the same page as me and a bit like indifferent about it, maybe, or maybe you're like Nerd and think, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that is a bit of a stretch to say it's one of the best sci-fi movie films. It's not. The 2020s are not even over yet. God damn it.
Yeah. But yeah, maybe you've read the book, maybe you haven't. Let us know. But yeah, see you guys in the next video. And yeah, we'll see you then. Bye bye.
Sayonara.